We are Group 12. My name is Quaid and my partner Cole are going to show you how to design and read a contour map with a golf course on it today. First off, this is a screenshot of our contour map with our first 3 holes designed on it. Be watching this video is to better understand the logistics of a contour map. The first thing that we are going to show you with our contour map is to understand the elevations of a contour map. So it's easy to tell elevations, steeper or not as steep elevations, by how close the contour lines are. As you can see where my mouse is on the left of hole number 3 here, the elevations are very steep because the contour lines are close together. Whereas on the far side, the west side of this hill, you can tell that the lines are a little bit more further apart, so it's not quite as steep. It's a little more gradual. Another important fact to know when looking at a contour map is always to look at the compass rose. You can see our compass rose in the bottom left corner. North is facing the top of the map. It's always important because in contour maps, most things referred to as in directional directions. If there's no compass rose, normally the top of the map faces north. Next up is how to read contour lines. When reading contour lines, you can tell that they're labeled at the beginning of the line, like here on the side of the map. This map is measured in feet, so the elevation and the contour lines will all be feet. So you can see that this is counting up by 5 because we start at 300, 305, 310, 315, 320, 325. That's how you tell how high your elevation is, by counting contour lines. That way, once we get to the top of a hill, it's easy to count contour lines from the number that's represented on the contour lines below. Next, how to tell where a hill or a mountain is everywhere there's a circle, such as over here on the right side of the map where my mouse is. When there's circles, it means it's a rise in elevation, and that could represent a mountain or a hill.
Sadly not represented on this map are ways that we can show your streams that come through your course. Generally there'll be V shapes, and the stream will come from the tip towards the end, is how your lake or streams will flow. As well, I'm going to show you how we measured our holes. So hole 1 is 388 yards, and that is a par 4, with a slight dog leg to the left. With that, it works out to 4.5 inches long because 1 inch is equal to 87 yards. So when designing your holes on a golf course, you do not want your first hole facing east because of the morning sun for teeing off, and then your 18th hole facing west because of the night when the sun is setting. It makes it easier for the golfers when they're teeing off. Okay, for review, to measure your holes, it is 1 inch is equal to 87 yards on this map. So first hole from the back of the tees to the green is 388 yards, which is equal to 4.5 inches. Our second hole, measured the same way, is 188 yards, which is 2.2 inches. Hole 3, same way from the reds to the green, is 520 yards, which is 5.988 inches long.
I just want to talk about our slopes and elevations of our greens, fairways, and tee boxes. So quickly to talk about our first tee box, our red tee on hole number 1, it has an elevation of 255 because this is a 255 contour line. So it will be anything less than 255 and greater than 250 because this contour line is 250. You can tell our fairway slopes left to right because the contour lines slowly go down by 5 each time. So that way the higher numbers are on the left and the lower numbers are on the right. So therefore it slopes left to right. Our green is at 250 because this major line is 250 contour line. So that means there's a general degrade of 5 from our tee to our green. Hole number 2, our par 3, is on one of the more flat parts of the land plot. Our tee box is at 250, right next to the 250 contour line, as well as our green. And there's not much slope on this hole, so it's pretty flat. Number 3, our par 5, our tee box is also at 250, whereas our green is at 325, because it's right at the 325 contour line, as the right side is at the 300 contour line. So therefore, our tee box will be teeing uphill and the hole will be playing uphill towards the green. As you can tell, our hole will be sloping left to right, as the higher contour line numbers on the left are higher than the contour lines on the right. That way you can tell that our hole will be sloping left to right.
How to tell where you have flat areas is where lines like this, right here in the middle on the right-hand side, are spread apart. As well, you should also keep in mind when you're designing your holes is your fence line property and your archaeological sites that are these areas that have the dotted lines around them. Down here, over here, keep in mind your maintenance center, your clubhouse, and your parking lot.
Now we will show you how we marked out our holes. So our back tees are the red square tees, our middle tees are the square blue tees, and our front tees are the square yellow tees. Our fairways are this minty green color. As you can see, the bunkers are a dark brown, and our greens are an olive green. Hole 1 does not have a pond, so we'll move over to hole 2 over here, the par 3. You can see our pond is a light blue color. Also, another note to take in on this map are the little bush-looking organisms. These are actually trees on the golf course. As you can see, we've built our fairways accordingly to the edge of the trees so we can minimize the amount of trees we have to cut down when excavating and rough grading this course. Thank you for watching our video today. We hope it went over some basic details about the map and how to read the map, and also some basic details about reading labels, designing holes, and how to design holes. Thanks for watching.